Well, hey there everybody and welcome back. So today we are going to finally be looking into Good to Go. I've had several of these and I just haven't looked at them yet. I don't know why, but so this is a New England corn chowder that was sent in by Zed. Again, thank you very much for sending this in. I appreciate it. And I did receive the Weekender pack that she also sent in, which is the Thai curry, the granola, and the Mexican quinoa bowl. So those will be, you know, we'll get to them. And then I had these sitting in reserve. We've got the pad thai, we've got the chicken gumbo, and we've got the chicken pho, which that one's probably gonna be next, I assume. So yeah, I've had Good to Go. I've never gotten to it, and finally we're just gonna do it. So New England corn chowder. I love chowder. Chowder. I don't know. Do I need to keep saying that? Like, can I just say it like a typical Midwesterner and say chowder? I don't know. But so yeah, this seemed like a good place to start at any rate. Let's see here. Nothing really crazy on the front, but these are made in Maine, so U.S. products. So I do like to kind of shout that out when I can. Nutritional facts. 330 calories there, so a reasonable package there. Nothing else super crazy. Sodium is where it is. Everything's pretty standard, I would have to say. Let's see here. Where's the ingredients list? Am I missing it? Oh, derp, I was right there the whole time. Notice how many you can pronounce. That's pretty clever. I like that. Sweet corn, sweet potato. Oh, sweet potatoes. Interesting. Not just regular potatoes. Whole milk, dried potato flakes, dried carrots. Bonito. Interesting. Dried shallots, leeks, sea salt, parsley, black pepper. This actually sounds really interesting. I'm interested in the entrance of bonito. So, you know, we're not doing like a full-on like clam chowder or seafood chowder, but there is a seafood component, which is pretty cool, and shallots and leeks and sweet potatoes might be interesting in there, but I'm pretty amped. I think this will be good. I think this will be good, guys. That's the hope. Let's give it a smell. Oh yeah. That's fishy. Not in a bad way, but it definitely has a fishy smell. Smells like it's going to be sweet. Hopefully it's not too sweet. I don't really want sweet chowder. I doubt it'll be that. I doubt it'll be sweet. Okay. Oh, whoa, Nelly. Let's because people always give me crap. So this is calling for 350 mils, so a little bit less than most of them we have of water boiling. Yes, boiling water. But again, oh, look at that. They've got a fill line there too. So that's cool. So no graduated, measurements there, but just here's a fill line, maybe. Listen guys, you guys have watched enough of these videos to know, or should know, I am always going to make these up the way I want. And listen, go by the instructions, because the instructions are usually a good place to start. But eventually you'll learn, as you do more and more of these, you'll learn what you want to see in a particular dish, and you'll figure it out. You'll figure out that you don't necessarily always go by the instructions. So one, I would say I probably underfilled the fill line, but I can already tell this is going to be super duper thick. And there are a lot of people that like really thick chowder, and that's fine. I'm not opposed to it. I like mine to be a little tiny bit thinner. Not like, you know, it's just coming out a big old bit of glue. You know, I just like it a little bit thinner. It feels more natural. It feels less Campbell's soup and more at-home cooking. But I can tell that this is going to thicken up a ton. So more than likely, I'm going to have to add more water, but I am going to leave it here for now because I don't know, but this is still reasonably sloshy, but it is thick. I can already tell it's thickening up. And when you put those potato flakes in there, that starch is going to help thicken things up as well. Having the sweet potatoes in there, having the dried bonito broth, you know, everything is going to have to rehydrate. This is definitely not one that I would overfill or attempt to overfill, because there's not a lot ingredients wise that would really, that I would have to think that I can't even talk, but there aren't enough big ingredients in there for me to want to overfill. So if I had rice in here, or if I had beans or pasta, I usually overfill quite a bit because those take up a ton of water. Potatoes don't, at least in my experience. They don't take up as much, and the chunks of potato in there are pretty small. So for me, I don't feel the need to overfill, but I like to get enough water so everything's kind of covered and happy. And then generally speaking, if you get it to the point or the consistency that you would like to see it at the end, chances are you're going to have to add more water. So that's actually a decent rule of thumb. Get it to the consistency that you think you would like it, and then let it soak, let it rehydrate, and then come back to it, 10 minutes or so, and maybe you have to add more water. More than likely, I'll have to add more water because I think this is going to thicken up significantly. But again, just as a general reminder, I pretty much do these by feel. So, but go by the instructions. 350 mils or to that fill line, I think you're going to have to add more water. But that remains to be seen. Let's go ahead and let this set, and we'll come back and taste it. So our chowder should be good to go. I did have to add a little bit more water. So by the instructions, at least for my taste, you're probably going to need to add more water than what they recommend. That's one of these. It thickened up like glue. It was crazy. So this is about the consistency I like. A little bit of jiggle. We're going to put it in this bowl as opposed to getting it out on the tray. But still reasonably thick. Reasonably thick. There's still a little bit more in the bag there, but we'll work with this. Okay. It's very hearty looking. Look at how much it's just a very hearty. That's great. A little bit of a gray color though. Kind of more in line with, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm just gonna try it. Stop trying to think of clever repartee and just eat a chowder. All right, let's go. It is sweet. It is sweet. I kind of wish it wasn't. That was a hard bit. Looked like a sweet potato that didn't fully rehydrate there. Okay. It is well seasoned. It doesn't feel like it's missing anything. Very hearty. Everything aside from that one little piece of sweet potato rehydrated really nicely. It's crunchy. I like the crunchiness. You know, when you get a nice piece of crunchy corn and There's another one. Darn sweet potatoes. That would have taken out a tooth. That's not on the company, that's on me. It's too sweet. It's too sweet for me to be like crazy in love with it. There are a lot of really good flavors in there, but I think the mistake was sweet potatoes. I don't really understand that. The corn is going to have a natural sweetness to it anyway. But I think this, you know, and then you also have carrot, which can be very sweet itself. I don't dislike it though. I mean, it is good. I think it's the expectation. It's the expectation of like a fresh can of Coke, and you get in there and you start drinking and it's flat. You know what I mean? It still has all the Coke syrupiness, but it's just flat. Yeah, I wish it weren't so sweet. Because there's a nice like herbal kick here. I mean, this is the consistency that I love. It is so hearty. It's got a ton of corn in it. There's a... Man. I really did a bad job of rehydrating this. I haven't let it set for a reasonable amount of time too. Maybe my water wasn't quite as hot as I thought it was. That was like the third piece. But yeah, it's sweet. I don't get it. Somebody in the comments comes in, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, fine. Yeah, but it wouldn't stop me from eating it. It also is not going to stop me from putting hot sauce in it in a desperate bid to try and like cut some of the sweetness. Of course, I like hot sauce in my chowder anyway. I put hot sauce in a lot of stuff. Let's see what that does to it. That's actually kind of interesting. Still pretty sweet. Oh, and as to the fishy, it's not overly fishy, but because I think when we smelled it, you could smell some of the fishiness. It doesn't translate. There's a little fishy taste, but it's like it's not unpleasant at all. They did that really, really well. They did that really, really well. The bonito really, it really did a good number in here, so I respect that. 15 grams of sugar in this. It's, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to sound negative because it is something that, like, curiously I continue to want to eat. But yeah, it's just too sweet for my taste. There's another piece. That is weird. I don't know, maybe those are carrots that aren't getting all the way done. Yeah, it's just a little off-puttingly sweet. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because this video has turned a lot longer than I wanted it to. I'm trying to figure it out because, like, I like it, but I don't like the sweetness. Adding a little hot sauce helps it along a bit. Yeah, replace the sweet potatoes with regular potatoes and you'd have a kick. I mean, it'd be great. So anyway, I like what they did with the bonito flakes. I would definitely eat it. I like the corn, just too sweet. So anyway, that's the last of the rambles. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If any of you have tried this, let me know what you thought. Maybe I'm just crazy. Zed, again, thank you very much. Sincerely, thank you for sending this in. I really do appreciate it. Even though I kind of dogged it, that's my bad. But yeah, comments down below. Let me know what you thought. If you'd like to send anything into the channel for me to dog later, just kidding. P.O. Box is down below. If you'd like to support the channel, Patreon page is down below as well. And yeah, just like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.